You're fagging, Barry. You're not breathing right.
Who's breathing?
You've not found your rhythm. Go on, tell me I'm wrong.
Haven't found my breath yet.
Look at me, Barry. You're thinking, how does he do it?
Rhythm.
Got to find your...
Rhythm. Right, got it. Rhythm.
Can't help you till then. Track it down, Barry. Some of us just know where it is. We feel it instinctively. Doesn't mean the rest of you can't work at it. It's the R word, Barry. Track it down, give it a shot.
He never went anywhere without a Nuttall's Minto. You could hear his lips smacking. You could find him in the dark.
Did you have occasion to find him in the dark?
Well, no, not actually, but it must have been handy for anyone who did. Somebody who was really desperate for a Nuttall's Minto.
She'll come storming out with a face like bad weather. Are you ready?
Ready.
I like your style.
What are you doing with that thing?
It expressed a wish to look through your kitchen window. Where's the harm, I thought? It's not like a bedroom. Neither Frog nor I would ever have the nerve to peek in your bedroom.
Don't you be standing there talking about my bedroom. I don't talk about bedrooms with the opposite sex.
No wonder your Wally spent his time with his pigeons.
What about you with your frog? What kind of a person of your age is still playing with a frog?
Well, it's only me, you and the frog. And you're not all that playful.
I tend to stay that way. Is it plastic?
Ask it.
What do you mean, ask it?
What's the matter? You don't speak for frogs.
You get dafter, and that goes for your frog too.
I thought you said she was attracted to you.
Who said?
It's more an obsession, really.
Attracted? I'd sooner have a broken leg.
How do you feel about frogs?
Oh.
We did well.
You've never hated anybody. You said so yourself.
I lied.
Rubbish. You're even nice to people you can't stand.
But I used to hate being nice to people I can't stand.
You're a cuddly toy, Barry. I threw away my teddy bear for you.
Not anymore. You are looking at the mean machine. I never knew how it felt to be really nasty. I'm quite enjoying it.
As you do, now and again.
This is full time. I hate Boothroyd. I'm going to keep hating Boothroyd. I'm going to make him my hobby.
What's so wrong with Mr. Boothroyd anyway?
What's wrong with him? Anybody can see what's wrong with him. He's always tanned and fit.
I know what you mean.
And another thing. He passes you when you're jogging.
You've passed other joggers?
Only once. And he was having a heart attack.
What's this one like?
Oh, it's you. You'll like it. You won't be able to put it down.
I can put down. It's getting picked up, that's a problem.
Which is why we read.
The last book was sad. She died.
It was a biography. If you read about dead people, you shouldn't be surprised that they die.
It's put me off biography, if they're always going to die.
Ah. Then you must try this deeply felt, emotionally plausible study of the grief that follows the breakup of a relationship. It speaks of the tragedy of loss, the pain of loneliness, the absence of hope.
But does it have a happy ending?
Yes.
I like that in a book, don't you?
She meets this sensitive but very muscular world peace activist on holiday in Ibiza.
I know it. It's that place with a Z. Is he free?
Yes, suddenly, quite unexpectedly free of all entanglements and in need of the love of a good woman because his partner's just drowned.
Oh, yes. I do like a happy ending.
You look as if you could use one.
I could. Don't you just hate it when life is not as helpful as fiction? I mean, what are the chances of our meeting some hunk whose partner has just drowned?
Slim.
Makes you wonder why they bothered building all the canals.
Have you seen this? Take a look at this. Is that disgusting or what?
He's on his own frontage.
Practicing martial arts? What an exhibitionist. Should he be loving himself quite so much when he's mentally underage?
Barry, you're getting a thing about Mr. Boothroyd.
I wouldn't call it a thing. Just want to kill him, that's all.
Since you're going that way, I was wondering if you'd mind delivering this note.
First or second class?
What's the difference?
£1. Right, don't excite yourself. 75p.
That's still disgusting.
No, for disgusting, it's £2.
You're still mad at me. I'm not still mad at you. I just felt I had to say something. Every time you do it, I have to grit my teeth.
I try to control it.
Well, try harder. I can't stand seeing people wiping me cutlery. I don't give people dirty cutlery.
Oh, I know. It's a habit. I get it from Travis. He's worse than I am.
Does that look guilty or what?
It's not or what.
I think I'd rather have a gnome in the garden. I thought I'd hear me say that.
Thinks he's Bruce Lee, or could be Peggy Lee.
I find I'm usually standing next to elbows like that when I'm in a bus queue.
You're too late, really. Need to start younger. This takes years.
Have we got years?
Ask him about short course.
Yeah, people ask me sometimes, what's it all for? You got to feel it. It's the achievement, just the being there. Right in the peak.
What's he doing?
He's riding a peak.
The peak of mental and bodily fitness. You're thinking, wow, he hasn't even broke a sweat yet. That's what I mean. It's the achievement. Catch this. You won't see this move every Wednesday.
Looks more fun than rupture.
Only jealous.
But he's doing this in broad daylight, where all the neighbours can see.
Shameless. Never even blushed when we backed up to watch him.
Not one blush, unless he blushes where you can't see.
You think the blood rushes to his navel?
Way he throws his legs about, blood could be anywhere.
It doesn't sound as if he blushes at all.
Now, how can you go through life without blushing? I mean, how else do you know whether you're making a twit of yourself?
Don't worry, we'll tell you. That's what friends are for. You backed up to watch him? I mean, could that be classed as being nosy, do you think?
It's the frog. People fascinate him.
Where have you been, Claggy? I had to get my note delivered by Tom.
Oh, you sent it first class then?
Snail Pace Express.
Ah, Tom. Shrewd choice.
He was all that was available.
Oh, I used to use that excuse to explain the former Mrs. Truelove.
Of course, I'm sorry if I was absent, Howard, but if it's any consolation, I wouldn't have delivered it anyway.
Oh. And what is this then?
Who wants to know? Couple fingers.
Barry. Martial arts, eh? Things getting lively in the mortgage business, are they?
I was wondering how long it would take to be proficient.
Oh, I should think at least 30 pages, Barry.
I don't want to kill anybody. If I could just break a leg or something.
You're upset, Barry. We can tell.
If it's only a leg, Barry, do you need the whole book?
Why don't you consult that dollop in your street? He acts like he's an expert.
Boothroyd. That's him. He's the leg. It's him I'd like to beat for once.
At martial arts? Is he any good?
At everything. He's insufferable. If I can't beat him at something, I'm going to have to sell the house and move.
Yeah, I had a cousin like that. Although, to be fair, he's much easier to get along with these days.
Oh, they do improve then. What caused the improvement?
He died.
I can't wait that long. Boothroyd is so fit.
Well, I'd challenge him for you, but I swore to use my powers only for the protection of the innocent.
So, that's what you were doing with Mrs. Fernyclough.
I've been advised not to talk about that.
Especially to Mr. Fernyclough.
There is no Mr. Fernyclough. He left her years ago.
A premonition. He saw it coming.
All I did was retune her telly.
Every Tuesday?
Ignore this, Barry. They've just made it up.
Maybe you won't need to challenge Boothroyd, Barry.
I've got to do something before he rules the world.
Want to be tricky? Look to me the kind of big head who's bound to win.
I know. He looks like that to me, too.
So it's tricky. Calm yourself, lad. We specialise in tricky.
We?
You've done tricky.
Not me, no. I failed basic honeymoon.
No, some of us are accomplished at tricky. Now, let's see. Just as good as actually beating the man would be if you were to witness him backing off from a challenge.
See him, Boothroyd, chickening out? Yeah, I like it.
It's Mr. Boothroyd. Barry's getting a thing about him.
Well, it could be worse, love. It could be Mrs. Boothroyd.
You are getting very cynical lately.
I deny lately.
Is Mr. Boothroyd the one with the tan?
Oh, yes. Barry thinks he does it deliberately.
So you've noticed him?
In passing, yes.
So it's not just other people's spoons.
I said I'm sorry.
Has she been at that again? She does it in the cafe.
Well, you do in cafes.
Not in mine, you don't.
What should he do? It's not a felony.
She double checks the cutlery. She wipes it when she thinks you're not looking.
She'll find no need to wipe mine.
I know. I'm trying to give it up. My mother used to do it.
Oh, we all do it when we're somewhere strange.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm double-checking my spoons.
You needn't bother. They're all right. We've all checked.
Right now, what the lad here needs is a martial arts costume.
Something well padded for beginners.
He jests. He wants what the Grand Masters wear.
It's basically a pair of pyjamas. I'm sure I can adapt.
I'm not going out in pyjamas.
Well, Alvin did when he was tuning Mrs. Ferniclough's telly.
Once, in an emergency, she lost the late night movie.
It looks good. You're halfway there. Looks good now. What about when it's covered in blood?
You're not going to fight. You're only going to challenge Boothroyd to fight.
I can't help feeling that's still approaching what you might call dangerous.
Yeah, sounds that way to me.
Before he gets anywhere near a fight, Entwistle is going to step in, looking as if he invented martial arts, and he will challenge Boothroyd.
Just a thought. Supposing Boothroyd accepts the challenge to fight Entwistle.
Yes, I was wondering that.
Would you accept a challenge from a Grand Master black belt?
I wouldn't accept one if he was wearing braces.
No reflection on the man's courage. But even a Boothroyd is going to back off when he's faced with one of the masters of the art.
Even when the master is actually just your dozy, amiable pillock.
Boothroyd doesn't know Entwistle is just a dozy, amiable pillock.
Didn't take us long to find out.
Takes one to know one.
Have we got a plan B in case Boothroyd doesn't back off?
I didn't know he was into this sort of stuff, Barry.
Oh, I've a long way to go. I'm still learning to take the pain.
I bet he could teach you. Where did you find him?
On the internet. Have you tried Google?
You should have told me you were on the path.
The master doesn't like us boasting about it.
Tell all pupils, keep gob shut.
He's picking up the language, all right?
Oh, it's very fast.
I love it. It's just what those of us of the warrior class need around here. He looks fast. How is he mentally?
Opinions differ.
Has he got absolute control of his breathing?
I do in and out.
I bet he knows a move or two.
Oh.
Yeah, look at it. It's red all over him.
Famous for it.
Visit my website.
Listen, do you think he'd mind? I mean, I don't want to intrude, but I really appreciate...
You want autograph?
Well, I was hoping you and me, we could have a fight.
You want fight?
Yeah, with you. I mean, what an opportunity.
Pretty full calendar. And taking time out to grow ponytail.
Well, look, I won't take no. This is too good to miss. It's fate. I sensed it. They laughed when I told them I, Boothroyd, am essentially samurai.
Plan B.
Get in, you're wanted. Good heavens! Who would have thought that excitement when it came would come by milk float?
It'd be nice to get you.
Would you care to clarify that?
I would ask me to bring you.
Puts his order in and expects delivery. I feel like a takeaway. Have I time to pop home and change?
No. You look gorgeous.
I like a man who knows how to lie.
What do you mean?
Because you're expendable.
He's joking. He means you're available.
For innocent activities with respectable ladies. Not for anything lethal.
Compulsory to be lethal. Sometimes it just ends in badly injured.
Stop making him nervous.
They're not making me nervous. I'm managing it all by myself.
You'll be fine. We're almost certain. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist that.
I can resist all of this. Look, let him do it. He's dressed for it.
Well, he has to be. He's the one you'll be fighting.
Is he going to be rough?
No worse than Pearl.
As rough as that?
Relax. Plan is, I lose, you win.
But do I win easily?
You win easily. You're so good, you demolish this Grandmaster in 30 seconds.
But that's a whole half minute.
Boothroyd will be watching. He'll see you destroying this Grandmaster. There's no way he's going to be wanting to fight you after that.
You're going to be famous for being lethal.
Pops will fall quiet when you walk through the door.
Will the fight be on grass? I don't want to be falling on anything hard.
It'll be on grass, so stop panicking.
No, I'm sorry, it's really not convenient. I've made arrangements for a nature walk with a fellow student of botany.
And then we'll arrange it where she can see it. You don't mind her seeing what a deadly force you are, do you?
As long as she understands, I only use it for righting wrongs.
Right, over there.
How lethal is he?
Oh, pretty lethal.
He knows this is just a friendly. You know, you've told him I'm not out to hurt him.
I'll mention it.
Looking good, Mr. Entwistle. I wish I could force myself into positions like that.
Me too. Give us a pull. I'm stuck.
Off you go then, killer. You're on.
I don't want any slip-ups.
Oh, don't lie to me. You spend your life looking to slip up.
I deny that. I hardly know the lady. Are you sure she'll be watching?
Trust me. Now get on with it.
What's this then?
Greetings, Master.
Master? Hey! I thought you were the master.
This one bigger. We call him the finger.
Must be a little finger.
Don't laugh at his finger. Whatever you do, never laugh at his finger.
It was just a joke.
That's what the Bulgarian world champion thought until he met the finger.
What happened?
They said he'd never walk again. But the Zimmer frame is making a real difference.
What does he do with his finger?
It's hard to tell.
He's so fast. Where did he learn this finger stuff?
Secret monastery. In the hills, behind Halifax. We're going to see two legendary masters in action. You can fight the winner.
Would that be polite? You know, I don't want to get pushy.
Anyone for finger?
Is he dead?
No. Only do that if fingers slip.
How often does his finger slip?
Well, he's been getting a bit careless since he started having the blackouts.
Is it the time already? I promised Edna I'll pick a frock up from the cleaners. It's been an honour. I wonder if I might shake you by the... you and me will tangle some other time.
All these years I've been married to Bruce Lee.
I wonder if Travis has been hiding anything.
I could see something else mine's been hiding. Whoops. I'll kill him.
What about his finger?
Starting with his finger.
Can I have a look, Howard? At the finger?
Oh, don't embarrass me. I hate showing off.
That's lovely. I'm so proud.
It's just a finger.
Not to me, Howard. To me, it'll always be my hero's finger.
I want you to remember that I'm sworn to use this only in defense of the downtrodden and the needy. I hope you'll never tell anyone I have this power. I hate it when people start idolizing me.
That sounded like a cry of pain.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Do you think maybe we should...
You want to go looking for pain? Don't you think there's enough pain in the world without going looking for it?
Don't you think we ought to...
What I think we ought to is look for the positive. Chase the rainbow. Find the bluebird. Look at things that lift the spirit.
I like that.
So, eat your sandwich.
When a wife's really mad, do you think her bite might go septic?
Bound to. The infamous Lola Paloma killed 3 husbands like that.
Biting a finger?
Oh, she went for the ear. Quick nibble and bang. Of course, a finger's going to take longer. You could have weeks, Howard.
Is there no antidote?
Against Pearl? I wouldn't think so.
All you can do is keep circling your finger. Agitates the poison, makes it weaker. That's it. You've got it.
You Lola Paloma.
Woman?
Are you referring to me?
Well, it's a funny way to be referring to me.
I don't answer to woman.
Well, you could if you did yourself up a bit. You went in for a different look.
I don't do looks. What you see is what you get.
It looks like what to wear for your next depression.
I don't put myself about to attract men.
Yes, we have noticed. And in that respect, it must be admitted you're doing a fine job. I never see a man heading for your door.
And if you did, he'd be on business.
Have you never thought of one for pleasure?
What the dickens is so pleasurable about a man?
Well, built for it, woman. We're creatures of air and magic.
Well, you're losing your hair and I don't see much magic.
Well, give it a chance, woman. I can't work it from next door. You'll have to come closer if you want the full effect.
Pass.
Come and have a cup of tea.
I haven't time to be dawdling with you.
Leave the brush. We're always a threesome. You're missing one of the world's great dawdles.
Fortunately, I was out. But she left me these homemade brandy snaps.
That's a bit frivolous, isn't it? Brandy snaps at your age?
Well, it wasn't my idea. I was the innocent party.
You can't go about recklessly accepting brandy snaps. It could mean you're an item.
I hardly know the woman.
You weren't all that familiar with your wife.
I could beat her at dominoes. Anyway, I didn't actually accept it. She left it with Pearl.
So, now she's got a witness.
Oh, well, yeah, you're trying to scare me.
And?
You're succeeding.
That's what friends are for.
How's it going, Alvin?
Fine. Yourself?
I mustn't grumble. Nice to see you.
Likewise. How's your family?
Still bickering. Take care.
And you?
Who was that then?
No idea.
Help yourself.
You must be joking. That's not just a brandy snap. That's a will you be my Valentine brandy snap.
Well, we'll both have one. There's safety in numbers.
What's it like?
It's very seductive. Life is full of these tricky situations. And here comes another.
I'm glad I've caught you, Clegg.
Me too. Put up a mouth and have some brandy snaps.
He doesn't count. He's not available.
For what?
Romantic purposes.
I wouldn't go as far as to say not available.
You've enough on your plate.
And on his side plate.
We just love that way of life. The different customs, the different foods. Of course, we don't touch the garlic. Neville would be up all night. But he's quite adventurous with a chilli. We sometimes talk about buying over there. Property values aren't like ours. Of course, they're all dirt poor. But one can find the odd sanitary enclave. That was delicious coffee. I could drink it all day.
We're not doing bad.
Of course, it's a simpler life. There's really only poverty and golf. You just hope they don't spoil it with a lot of economic development. See, when they're poor, foreigners are so much nicer, we always find. I suppose I really ought to let you get on with your chores. I always tell Neville you can rely on Glenda's coffee.
Would you like another one? Or did you ought to be going?
Oh, yes, I ought to be going. I mustn't keep you.
Oh, well, in that case.
I can see you're busy.
Always a job.
Oh, I know the feeling. Oh, perhaps I'll just have a small one.
She's going. Tell me she's going.
She'll just have a small one.
Why'd you keep offering stuff?
It's not like you have much choice. I've just been through a fortnight's holiday with her.
You're supposed to come back refreshed.
Brenda, I want you to start being nasty with her.
I can't be nasty with a woman.
You'll have to learn. I'll get you private lessons.
She's not really bad. She just doesn't know when to go.
That's bad.
No, it isn't. It's just thoughtless. She don't realise she's being a pain.
Tell her.
Oh, listen at Mr. Big. You wouldn't tell her either. It's not in your nature.
How can you stand it? What do you talk about all this time?
I don't know. All I can remember is Mr. Mace is quite adventurous with the chili.
Well, good for him. How did we ever miss out on that? We could have gone on for years not knowing that.
I'm doing my best, Barry.
Tell her we're on fire. Tell her there's something smouldering somewhere.
There is. It's you.
He's got a gullet like a major drain.
Tell me about it. I once watched him eat a whole bicycle.
Bicycle?
Oh, maybe it wasn't a bicycle. Maybe it was 2 pork pies and a sausage roll. But the way he went at it, it could have been a bicycle.
I must say, she does a good brandy snap.
Unlicensed females who do good brandy snaps have no business bringing them here. She should know that nobody who wears 2 vests is looking to come out of his shell.
2 vests and a woolly jumper.
Exactly. And if that doesn't say no trespassing, I can't imagine what would.
Speaking of trespassing, I have my own troubles in that direction.
You have your troubles in about every direction.
I think I know why.
We all know why.
I think I know where I've been going wrong.
Behind the bingo hall, in the trees down the valley, among the bushes in the park.
I mean deception-wise. Tactically speaking, I think my little attempts at escape have been too elaborate. I'm beginning to think simplicity might be best.
Being simple? Huh. Well, somehow I believe you could do that.
I have a plan. Would either of you gentlemen have any racing cycle gear?
Racing cycle? I never got beyond bicycle clips. Mind you, they were very fast bicycle clips.
I've got a book on traffic regulations you could borrow.
What you looking for?
Romance.
Myths and Legends Far Shelf.
Oh dear. You sound underused excitement-wise. You mustn't give up hope.
How many times does one have to be disappointed?
The more the merrier, I always think.
I mean, you like being disappointed?
No, but I quite like the bits till you get there.
I admire your stamina. You're an optimist.
I am. Somewhere out there is a Mr. Right.
Very well hidden behind a multitude of Mr. Wrongs.
I won't listen. You're in a bad mood. What's the matter?
It's not just a bad mood. It's a philosophical weariness of the dark side of existence. Of the sheer weight of sorrow.
We all have days like that. I find it helps if you paint your toenails.
Don't you find life to be endlessly bleak?
Oh, I wouldn't say endlessly. You've got being dead to look forward to.
Art, poetry, music. I wonder if any of it really matters.
What's brought this on?
The futility of things. The human predicament. The struggle all creatures have just to survive. And the phone call at the very last minute to say sorry, but he couldn't make it.
I know just what you want. You want these. You'll be in cycling heaven.
Well, I'd like to see them on. I'd like to see how they look.
A fitting. That can be arranged. I don't want any customer leaving these premises unless they're completely happy. Slip them on. You'll go in as a caterpillar, but when you look in the mirror, you'll be pure butterfly. So put them on.
You can't really tell from inside. I'd like to see how they look from another person's point of view. I think I'd know better if I saw somebody else wearing them.
It's going to be a long day, I can see that. It's beginning to feel like one of those days when your paper money goes damp. Don't just stand there. Slip into these.
Oh, male model. I always felt I had the profile for it.
Just put them on. You don't have to go all Naomi about it.
Hello?
It's me. Is that woman leaving yet? If not, I'm coming in 2 minutes with a water cannon.
That's true. But thank you, no. We don't need any double glazing.
Are you keeping a prisoner? Do you have to wait while she digs a tunnel? Oh, come back to me, Glenda. It seems so long since we were alone together.
No, even with 40% discount, I don't think so, thank you. I'm afraid I'll have to go.
Not you. Don't you go. This is the only way I get to talk to you. Get rid of her. She's more at home than we are.
I'll keep it in mind. But no, we don't need a conservatory either. Thank you for calling.
Oh, they're a nuisance, aren't they? You'd think people could see when they're being a nuisance.
You see? Was I wrong? Is that butterfly or what?
Can I see him with the helmet?
You're really rushing this decision, aren't you? Show him with the helmet on.
You have the profile and then somebody puts a bucket on your head.
Put the helmet on.
I wouldn't mind, but he doesn't even have a racing bike.
I have my reasons.
No racing cycle? Don't go buying one before you've seen my selection.
Ask him why he needs this gear when he doesn't race.
Oh. Say again.
Ask him why he needs this gear when he doesn't race.
Never question the motives of a customer, unless he's trying to return something. This splendid outfit comes with a free gift. A nearly free gift. A substantial reduction on your own tin of wax for keeping the helmet in tip-top condition.
It looks all right in the shop, but could he demonstrate it at my place? I'd like to see how it looks in my own surroundings.
You've never really got the hang of impulse buying, have you?
Have you decided yet?
What?
What it is we're doing here?
We're showing a police presence. We're bringing comfort to the law-abiding residents of the area.
That bloke wasn't very comforted when we pinched his parking space.
I think he was basically anti-police.
We were anti-us. I noticed that. Racing gear? Helmet? For driving a milk float?
It'll be health and safety. We won't rest until they've confined us all to bed.
I thought Glenda would be here. She's coming as soon as she can escape from a mace.
Oh. What's a mace?
Something that sticks to your furniture by the sound of it. She drops in and forgets when to go.
Oh, we had one like that. I used to bring Travis in the hope that he'd drive her away. He's usually very good at driving people away.
How does he manage that?
I've often wondered. It just sits there. You never see anything move, but people start getting uneasy.
You can't drive some people away. And some you can't keep at home.
Why is it the ones who stay longest are the ones you tire of quickest?
Audrey Moxon was like that. You have to be firm.
Yeah, but how? You can't just throw them out.
Well, you set a 1 cup limit, and as soon as they finish, you wash it up.
And if that doesn't work?
You put your hat and coat on.
All right for you. There's something intimidating about your hats.
You dozy beggar.
Here, hang on.
You see the beauty of it. Pearl has just seen Tom dressed like this. So when I leave dressed like this, she still thinks it's Tom.
What a sneaky mind the man has.
I see it as a gift.
Have you got a plan B?
I shan't need it.
Oh, best of luck, Howard. Have you made your will?
Can't fail.
That's what they said about Bradshaw's braces.
He has the virtue of simplicity. The simplest plans are the best.
Whilst you're swanning off for an hour, what about me?
You can stay here and have a cup of tea. Is that so bad?
It used to be just Howard. Now I get his dependents.
What happened to Bradshaw's braces?
He was renovating a chapel in Heckmondwike when they gave way and his trousers came down. He was holding some roofing slates at the time, too expensive to let fall, and so he was looking for somewhere to put them when 14 ladies arrived for choir practice.
I don't believe this. You believe this?
Then, quick as a flash, he stood behind a tombstone where, fortunately, the inscription read, "Lift up thine eyes." Pearl's out there.
But it doesn't matter. I'm not me anymore. I'm Tom.
Goodbye, Tom.
Have a nice day, Tom.
Ta-ra, Tom.
What a wonderful grasp of optimism the man has.
I'm looking for one of my workforce. Have you seen a milk float?
You want lift?
I shall need a lift. I can't climb up there.
Have no fear. Ladies in distress are my speciality.
Very small ladies in distress, his speciality.
Oh, frame yourself, lad.
Well, it's not as if you come complete with handles. Don't grab you just anywhere. You'll think I'm stealing your wallet.
There are few unexplored places left on this planet, but one of them is where I hide my wallet.
I think Andy needs a pair of steps. Wife says, where you get this bruise? I say, old lady trod on me. Does this sound plausible to you?
No.
Howard? I thought I was being mugged. I thought, what if he won't accept money? Oh, Howard. Oh, Marina.
wrong? I don't pay him for holding hands. He's got work to do. Now, go and hammer on that door and give him this invoice. Where are you going? It's that way. I'll be here if he gets nasty. Oh, it's no use. I shall have to go with him. Right, before we start, let me warn you. Do not, repeat, not mess with my man here. It's taking me all my time to hold him back.
That's fast for Tom.
That was fast for anybody.
Maybe express delivery.
You think she'd buy him a bike?
Maybe she thinks, with racing outfit, you don't need bike.
He's just like his father. They have this instinctive gift for unemployment.
Bloke's entitled to a break.
Yeah, well, your father thought so. He made one last for 60 years.
How did you do that? Get here so fast. You just passed us up Wilton Hill.
I did?
Well, somebody did. Smell of boot leather burning.
Wait a minute. Was this racing person wearing cycling gear?
Yes, and moving like a rocket.
Sounds like he does need a plan B.
He's a credit to lunacy. Like the man said, the simple plans are the best.
His visors all steamed up.
Met Marina in park.
Yes, that would do it.
Doesn't anybody care if I'm dying?
Oh, don't let him die on my hearthrug. I'll never be able to look at it without thinking of him and being tempted to laugh.
Hey, where's the other glove?
I had it a minute ago.
Well, go and find it. Auntie notices these things.
Tom! Give Santa shift something, will you? I don't know where Howard's got to. Oh, come on!
Relax. Her husband's here to take her home.
You're not just saying that. Promise me you're not just saying that.
Wait. You're not going yet. Come and sit down. I'm not having you leaving and telling people I couldn't even offer you a cup of tea and a biscuit. Well, aren't you going to take that thing off?
is for Mr. Mace. He's just got time for a small one.
Glenda? Oh, it's wet.
Have you ever tried drinking tea with a helmet on?
Who wanted to said the simple plans are the best?
I still say it was a good idea.
You got some exercise, we'll give you that.
How did you get on with Pearl then?
She's nicer to him than she is to me.
Well, we can understand that.
You went a funny colour. It would never have suited Marina.
Oh, hello, Tom.
She thinks he's mean. Look at him. He's not being honest.
Wasn't she in the WI?
How would you know that? Have you an interest in the Women's Institute?
Of long standing. I'm very partial to solid, steady women in their best hats.
I think you're supposed to concentrate on one. Women don't usually come wholesale.
They don't know what they're missing. Being half in love with the entire Women's Institute has been a source of quiet pleasure to me for years. Thank you both for rushing to my assistance.
We knew you'd be all right. You're far too gobby for serious injury. Now, where were we?
We were talking about Mrs. Thing.
Did she have a tortoise called Cyril?
I think I met him. He put me a new window in. Took him a fortnight.
Well, this Cyril ate a gas bill.
Mine just ate money.
She said that's why she hadn't paid her bill. You never see a tortoise these days. You don't think they've all been cut off?
Get up off that damn floor before the cat gets you.
Check the pecs, baby. Are you ready for living with no fat, all beef?
I've seen this view. It was here yesterday.
Well, I'm sorry about that. Well, perhaps we could have it replaced.
With concrete, as they do.
Today, I'm Alvin. Man of action. Don't show me views.
Alvin, you're a deeply sensitive person.
Nora Batty says that.
No, she doesn't. She says you're balmy.
Yeah, she means deeply sensitive.
Now, we've warned you. If you've been sick, that's 3 points on your licence.
Haven't been sick.
She'll kill me if she knows I've been arrested. Tell her that sounds like a good idea. Shall I hang on to it?
Where are we? You don't like surprises?
It's 5 miles that way. By the time you get back to your car, you'll be in a better condition for driving.
You've been arrested. It's your lucky day. We're having a sale. I'm not going to court.
We don't go to court unless we can't help it. It doesn't work for us anymore. Don't lose this. And make sure you're sober next time you use it.
I will. I will. It's been a pleasure. Suppose he gets a lift.
Won't help him. I've given him the wrong key. This is his key. Look at that. What? People. You come way out here and still there are people.
Probably live round here.
I don't accept that excuse. Can you see anybody?
Like who we're looking for?
Nobody.
Right. Well, that clears things up then.
You can't see anybody?
No.
Right then. This is us.
So who are we looking for?
I told you, nobody. And you're right, there is nobody. We've cracked it, we can relax.
I am relaxed. It's you that's twitchy.
You're surprised? We're in the world's trickiest line of work.
It's not that bad the way we do it.
Of course, I guide us every inch of the way. Are you paying attention? I'm about to furnish you with the ultimate secret of modern policing.
Have you been holding this back?
To be sure you were ready.
This isn't in exchange for one of my sandwiches, is it? Because you can forget it.
I'm giving you this free. Later we can talk sandwiches.
No, we can't.
The absolute first requirement of today's policing, and they don't tell you this at training college, is... Are you ready for it?
I'm ready.
Invisibility. The art of not being seen. And they don't make it easy for us, sticking us in these uniforms. Dead giveaway. Any fool can see you're a policeman.
Which some people might say is a whole idea.
Once upon a time, but now the law's gone over the other side, how much of a good idea is it?
You could take him to lunch somewhere.
What do you feed Vicars on?
Same as anyone else.
Oh, really? You sure about that? Suppose I'm already chewing when he starts saying grace.
You'll be fine. Your Auntie Jessie says he's very nice.
She thinks all vicars are nice. And what do you talk about over lunch? An entire lunch. I see St. Paul sure gave it to those Corinthians.
Stop it. You'll be fine. Just treat him like an ordinary human being.
Have you had a good look at those lately?
Get used to it. You promised your Auntie Jessie.
I didn't say when.
She'll be checking. He was our favourite vicar.
Then why doesn't she take him out?
They do. Several of those old ladies do. But he never sees a male person.
He's got God. Even if he has retired. The vicar, not God. Although you have to wonder about that these days.
your eyes peeled for danger. Keep your head down. Get through the shift. Name of the game.
You got 14 across wrong. It's not receptacle.
It was a fit.
Not if you spell it right.
Golden rule. Keep away from people. Troublemakers. They'll suck you into all kinds of lady situations. It's the only time they ever want a policeman, when there's trouble. Does that sound fair to you?
Gonna have to get a harder crossword.
An intellectual. I'm stuck with an intellectual. I don't need this. I need muscle. If I need backup in a hurry, I don't need you coming in with 14 across.
I'll look after you.
You let that woman hit me.
I can't go about wrestling women.
It's not all bad.
We found Barry walking past with a miserable expression.
Didn't you tell him you'd got one? I'm sure he didn't get it from you.
Don't tell me Howard's contagious.
I've got to babysit a retired vicar. I'm supposed to take him out for the day.
Sounds like fun.
How did you get landed with that?
Me Auntie Jessie.
Why can't she take him out?
She does. The old ladies are always taking him out.
Oh. How is your Aunt Jessie, Barry?
Well enough not to take no for an answer.
Taking a vicar out for the day. That's a new one. I never thought of that.
You could take mine.
He can't take a vicar on his kind of travels.
I've been nowhere a vicar couldn't go.
But you've been more often.
All you need is a bit of backup, Barry. Let this mob go with you.
Sorry, I've got to stay in and wash my hair.
I'd love to, but promised wife I'd take her to a woodwork lesson.
Well, they'll go with you, Barry. They're easily led.
I say hello.
Who is it? Bloke on a bicycle.
They come for miles just to bring you their problems.
Maybe he's just passing.
They're never just passing. How did he find his way out here? It's a car, isn't it? They give us these damn things, blue lights all over. No wonder they find us. We're all pastel shades. What's wrong with green?
He's coming.
I told you. All right. We're down here checking the rear wheel. Maybe think there's nobody here.
Not in car. Where would we be?
Out searching the area for a lost child.
I hope we find her.
Don't. And there's sticky finger marks all over.
Oh, there you are.
Get down, sir. You're in his sights.
Sights?
The sniper. They're about to take him out. Foxtrot Control. We've got another problem. A civilian's just stumbled in. We'll have to exfiltrate him first before we can tackle the sniper. No. We daren't wait for backup. This guy could kill. We're going in. And listen, if something goes pear-shaped, get word to my wife. Tell her thanks for all the wonderful years. Keep your head down below the wall. Go, go. Go, go.
Won't go till you want to.
Directions, probably. Anyway, he knows where it's going now. That's where he came from.
Tell her thanks for all wonderful years.
Human touch. People love the human touch.
It'd be good for me to be seen with a vicar.
Retired?
Still counts. Once a vicar, always a vicar. When they see me with him, people will realise I've got a serious side.
Well, as long as you keep him on that side and not your other side.
You can make fun of it, but Pearl was impressed when I told her we were taking a vicar out.
She'll be even more impressed when she knows it's a lady vicar.
It's not, is it?
Oh, it's not. Relax. Now, best behaviour. Here he comes now.
Morning, Vicar.
Morning, Vicar.
Morning, Vicar.
No.
If it's a bad time, tell him we can come back.
Are you sure he's the one? Haven't they got anything quieter?
He kept muttering that I thought he was praying.
If there's anyone here particularly pious, I suggest you leave now. This is my day off.
If it's not pious you want, you'll be safe enough with him.
No, I hardly know the young lady.
So this is it then, my escort for the day. Here we go again. If it's not old women, it's old men. You should see some of the specimens I get. I used to bury better.
You'll have to catch him, Barry. He's legally your responsibility.
Lost him already. You've only had him 5 minutes.
You're not allowed to restrain us.
He's right.
Well, if you think you're so right, what are you fighting him for?
You can't stop us from fighting.
You're absolutely right, sir. And may I say how impressed we're both becoming by your big mouth? Has it been trained? Have you come back naturally?
That's verbal abuse.
No, that was just the warm-up.
You can't touch us.
Touch you? Who wants to touch you? Have you seen the state of you? Rolling on the floor?
He started it.
Give it a rest.
I think it should be compulsory that people have to wash before they can be arrested.
Hey, are we being arrested?
Unless you want option 2.
What's option 2?
It's brand new. You'll be among the first. Bring them to the car. Here we go. Put these in your pockets. Now the rules are, they must remain with you at all times.
They're empty soft drink cans.
You're the sharp one, aren't you?
I wouldn't say he's all that sharp.
Of course they look like soft drink cans. Deliberately made that way by a caring authority so that if people see you with them, they won't realise you're being tagged for drunk and disorderly.
Now, is that thoughtful or what?
How long do we have to...
Till the buzzer goes off. When you finish your stretch, you'll hear the buzzer go off. Until then, keep them with you at all times. We will be monitoring.
Someone's going to call your bluff one of these days.
I have a strategy for that. It's you. You're nicely built. You should be able to handle yourself while I'm on the radio, getting back up.
I think we got off to a bad start. I think that sums it up.
Start not getting any better.
Don't pull up just past him. We'll try the softly bit.
You could have had him there. Why didn't you stop him?
You can't physically restrain a vicar.
I think we might have to. I'd sooner tussle with him than my Aunt Jessie.
Drive round, Barry. We'll catch him at the other end.
Is it allowed to catch vicars at other end?
Do you know what mental health is? It's listening to a blackbird.
Wife's got relatives in Leighton Buzzard. We've never been.
Chewing a blade of grass is therapeutic.
We're going next weekend.
Of course, it means you ingest a percentage of insect manure.
What's the idea?
This is called showing a police presence. You go nice and slow, you think you're onto something. It brings a sense of comfort. They found it reassuring.
I'm getting cramp.
I get that.
Never in mouth, I notice.
Nice and slow. Not too slow. That's one of the brasher ones will seize the opportunity of coming at you with a boring complaint. Here's one now. Unless he's selling a pointed hat. Tell him you're not police. Tell him we're ticket inspectors.
You shoved him in a car. Vicar, I saw it. He didn't want to go. There were at least 4 of them. They went that way. Oh, I'm glad I caught you.
We were just thinking the same.
Can you slow down? What exactly did you see?
A kidnap. Get after them. They just kidnapped a vicar. They went that way. I've got the number.
That's them!
Foxtrot control.
There you go, Vicar. Mind your head.
I do mind it. I mind it being dragged out here when I could have been back in my room with a good book.
Hey, you take him. We'll watch the car. I could watch cars.
Daddy needs you.
We were told you liked a day out.
Did anyone ask? No. It's taken for granted that I'm available to be snatched away at anyone's whim. I suppose we're here for the scenery. Ye gods, more scenery.
He was right. It's a vicar.
Why would anybody want to kidnap a vicar?
Maybe it's the atheists. They're very struck with these days.
Splendid view, Vicar.
So I'm led to believe.
People come from miles.
As do the sheep.
Of course, it's not always attractive. In winter, people have died of exposure.
One knows how they feel.
Makes a person think, I always think. A nice view.
Is that what you think?
It always makes me think of what lies beyond.
Manchester, I shouldn't wonder. Just bringing me all this way out here. Over the desert.
What's he saying?
I don't understand.
Maybe he's praying.
It didn't sound like praying.
We ought to respect his privacy.
They've left him alone.
Well, where's he going? It's a sheer drop.
You don't think?
We need to grab him, don't we? While he's alone.
We better keep him quiet. Else they'll hear us.
He's a bit prickly for a vicar.
He's a bit prickly for a sinner.
You should cheer him up, Barry. Ask him about his favourite funerals.
I'm not going too near him. You saw what he did to his hat.
I'll cheer him up when he's finished. I'm good with people.
You can't take him in the bushes. Where are you going to take him then?
I was hoping you might have a suggestion.
Are we just here for a ride? Non-executive function.
Hand him over to you. You think there'd be a list of instructions?
And you'd better be getting back to him.
We thought we'd give him a few moments of privacy.
I expect he wants to say a prayer.
For you, probably. You must have heard the rumours.
Yeah, Howard. Suppose the prayer works and you lose all interest in misbehaviour.
But wouldn't it start with just a small reduction first?
Keep him quiet. I'm trying to keep him quiet. He's got to be bellowing, isn't he? The minute you let go of his mouth. It's been on good.
Had to give really long sermons. Quick! What about the gang?
We can't do it all. They're setting up roadblocks. The helicopter's out.
We did good, didn't we?
We did good.
I'm a perfectly respectable man. I
Not
just
sure he thinks so.
He's gone again.
In broad daylight?
You think I'm good at disappearing?
How can he have gone?
He's just gone.
Completely? As in, not there?
Exactly, as in not there.
Just disappeared.
Did you look everywhere?
Everywhere.
Except... I hate looking for fallen vicars.
Did he fall or did he jump? Don't say that. He wasn't in that bad a mood.
Close.
Can you see him?
You can't tell. There's too much cover down there.
I expect he's lying there in agony.
Oh, thank you for that.
You better go and look for him.
They'll blame me. I'm going to go through life as that's him who lost the vicar.
Don't give up hope. He might only be seriously mangled.
You put the reverend gentleman in the boot.
For his own safety.
Go on. Tell the chief superintendent you were kidnapped.
It's perfectly true, I was. I was kidnapped by these two idiots.
Can I explain?
Shut it, Cooper. I've heard your explanations before. Life's not long enough.
They were all perfect.
Walsh, enough. Just answer me this. Is this why we've got the helicopter out and roadblocks every which way?
Well, it's not there, thank goodness.
There's a lot of cover down there. It's very secluded.
Well, when you bring Marina, keep an eye out for the vicar.
No idea what
He's not there. We've looked everywhere.
Maybe vicars go straight to heaven.
Vicar, what happened to you?
You're not going to believe this.
Oh, trust me, I'm going to believe it. I couldn't persuade you to come for a quiet drink, could I?
You know, I really think you might. I must say, this has been one of the more interesting days out.
That's the last time we do things by the book.
You forgot the mustard.
We didn't forget the mustard. From now on, are you listening to this?
I'm listening.
No more by the book. You've seen what happens when we go by the book. In future, we go by my rules. Cooper's rules, okay? Survival policing for a time of low behaviour.
I think the vicar would have nicked the mustard.
No doubt in my mind that what we see in almost every case of failure is a lack of any clear goal. And this is followed by a downward spiral and a loss of confidence in the whole project.
I sometimes think people are getting weirder.
I noticed that. Were you for a start?
I told you, I'm under pressure.
Ain't she forgiven you yet?
No.
You still in spare bedroom?
Yes. I don't think I'll get out of there until we have visitors. I'm almost tempted to invite her mother.
Wish to be remembered to you.
I heard he wasn't well.
He never said. I'm sure he would have done. People confide in me. I'm a warm human being.
I can see warm, but are you sure about the other bit?
You're no warmer than anybody else. It can seriously affect the shelf life of your underwear. I'm the kind of person people trust. I could have been a great surgeon, but Mother didn't want me poking about in all the messy bits. You could have washed your hands. I told her.
People get under your fingernails.
People get everywhere. Did he look well? Who?
You were telling us about...
Oh, him. Oh, yeah, he seemed all right. Well, I mean, he never looked like Mr. Universe, did he?
He never looked like Mrs. Universe.
Wasn't he once scared by one of Nora Batty's hats? No, that was me.
And me.
I don't like you mixing with this former criminal person.
He wasn't just your ordinary criminal. He speaks beautifully. He uses words like implausible.
When is he going to use one like goodbye?
He only used to steal from the highest social circles.
I don't like you mixing with criminal elements, even if they are retired.
Well, it's not just me. Miss Davenport found him first.
Why does he have to have two of you? I wouldn't call that retired.
We remind him of the two Romanian princesses whose jewellery he returned because he couldn't bear to see them unhappy.
I don't want to hear anymore.
What's wrong with my hats?
Let me pick one for you.
You?
What do you know about hats?
I have a flair for ladies' accessories. I'm Elvin, lover of beautifully turned-out women. You could be my biggest challenge.
You could have a flare in your ear hole if you keep going on about my hats.
You should consider these generous offers. Don't you want to be transformed into something strangely desirable? Mind you, I'm not saying I could do it with just one hat.
Did you know old Venables was dead?
Well, I had my suspicions. I was at his funeral.
You never said.
Well, it wasn't planned. I was just passing the church when the cars arrived, and then their Harold dragged me in.
Were you dressed for a funeral?
I suppose you could say that I'm always dressed for a funeral. Ah.
Another one looks ready for a funeral.
You live in the fast lane, you see what happens.
Fast lane? I'm too slow for the hard shoulder. I'm just someone's plaything. Until some flash talker comes along using words like implausible. Oh, it's all right for you laughing.
Yes?
We were looking for Tom.
Oh, he's not for sale, but I can do you something more reliable. Stay just where you are.
We only wanted quick word.
Today's quick word is buy. There's never been a better time. Well, come inside, don't hang about in the cold.
It's not cold.
Coming out of the sun. It's dangerous without a hat.
Where is Tom?
Tom? Tom, you're becoming obsessive, lad. He's round the back clearing out my store. There's stuff there I haven't seen for years.
What do you want doing with that old safe?
Safe?
It looks rusty.
Look who's talking.
You'd forgotten about it, hadn't you?
Oh, they said it would happen. Your mind goes, you end up helpless. I can reserve that for you for a small deposit.
You give some of the best years of your life to introducing certain people to the wonders of nature.
She's probably seen more wonders than you have.
Well, he does his best. It can't be easy being George Clooney with only a bicycle.
More like Rosebud Clooney.
You see how people react. You have to put up with all the suspicions, even though it's perfectly innocent.
It's no good you pleading innocence. If you want my advice, I'd suggest you try insanity.
Oh, he's been trying that for years.
I try my best to be entertaining and instructive. Then along comes some Flash Herbert, and off they run and forget you.
Who is this Flash Herbert who's ruining the wonders of nature for you?
It's someone Miss Davenport found. I think he's had a shady past.
And now it's interfering with your shady future.
Why don't you give it up, Mummy said, while you're ahead? Unless she pointed out, I gave it all to the poor anyway. Anonymously, of course.
I like that in a person. I liked it first, if you remember, before others came along.
But, let's be honest.
Oh, yes, let's. I believe in that.
We both believe in that.
I was growing stale.
You stale? Never.
I was just going to say that.
The Riviera, Nice, Monaco, one gets tired of these jet-set playgrounds, as I'm sure you ladies know. Glossy but superficial. All style and no substance.
I felt that. about Skegness?
I was disappointed with Belgium.
Where he left you to pay the hotel? I should think you were.
Of course, the Riviera was the place to be for a gentleman jewel thief. Couldn't keep my hands off the old trinkets in those days. It wasn't the money, it was the excitement, really, the risks. And although I say it myself, there were few faster up a drain pipe.
You were a gentleman jewel thief?
Don't try. Mr. Dwight Brown may not wish.
Jeremy, please, forget the Mr. and the Honourable. Just Jeremy will do fine.
Forget the Honourable.
You usually do.
I've never been left in a hotel in Belgium.
So what went wrong at Skegness?
I don't wish to talk about it.
Sorry.
Oh, that's funny. I could always open my money box.
Needs expert with sensitive fingers. Or maybe big hammer.
I used to use a knife blade. Failing that, a tin opener. Then one day it occurred to me the neatest way of getting your money out was not to put it in.
Increasing in wisdom.
Not to mention having more to spend on lollipops and comics.
Formative experience.
It was the day I grew up.
And it's going to be another day before you get that thing open.
I'm better at ladies' accessories. I mentioned this only in passing.
Fancy forgetting the combination.
I couldn't even remember the safe.
Maybe you bought one without knowing the combination.
Who's going to be daft enough to buy a safe without knowing the combination?
If it was cheap.
Oh, yes, well, in that case, if it was cheap.
Are you supposing there might be something valuable in it?
Well, I didn't buy it for storing old shoes.
What do you do with old shoes?
I wear them.
I can't believe you forget anything valuable.
Oh, I can't believe it either. I'm losing my grip.
Cast mine back to last time you remember safe.
It was the 1950s.
Doing good. Go on, go on.
The 1950s. Something nasty happened to me in the 1950s. Now, what was it? Oh, Lord, that was it. I had to lend Cousin Morris some money. I can't remember if he paid it back.
Ask him.
He's dead. Never teach me to lend money.
You can do it. That's not just faith in you. That's an order.
I've never given a talk in public. I've always lacked that executive skill known as a big gob.
You'll have to learn. It's the basis of modern management.
I'm better as the unobtrusive figure. The power behind the throne.
Oh, really? Will there be room for two of us?
Don't think I'd noticed. Maybe you should take this management course.
Women don't need them. We're born fully equipped.
I think finally it all became too easy. I mean, how many times can one get a kick out of beating the best brains in Interpol?
However did you manage to settle down to ordinary life?
After all that glamour and excitement.
It requires a will of iron, strong self-discipline. Fortunately, a second nature to me after my time in Special Forces.
Don't you miss the excitement?
You must miss it.
I'm reminded of it in wet weather, the old wound. Twinges.
Interpol shot you?
No. Well, not on that occasion, anyway. No, I fell off a roof in Monaco. Prince Rainier's palace, actually.
Prince Rainier? Did you ever meet him?
No, not really. As I was passing his bedroom window, I was travelling too fast.
Eyelids feeling heavy. Soon you will sleep. And remember, combination of safe. Eyelids getting very heavy.
Is he any good at this?
Is he any good at ancient practices from the dawn of time? He learnt them as an apprentice at Hull Fish Docks.
What else can he do?
Dress crab, smoke hippos.
How did he get into the electrical business?
There's a destiny which shapes our ends. Beginning to shape yours a bit. Now pay attention. You don't see this every day.
Oh, I don't believe in all this stuff.
Eyelids very heavy. You will hear my voice. Only my voice. Ignore non-believers. Eyelids feeling heavy now. Heavy, heavy. Too heavy to lift. Sleep. Sleep. When I click fingers, you will raise left hand.
You really should write your adventures down, Mr. Dwight Brown.
Jeremy, please. I won't say I haven't thought about it.
I sometimes think about writing mine.
That should fill a few seats on the first bus leaving town. Oh, Mr. Truelove! You should meet Jeremy. Although perhaps you did. He was a jewel thief.
The former Inspector Truelove. He used to be truly of the yard.
You'd have so much to talk about. I mean, both of you being in the business, as it were.
He almost met Prince Rainier.
I should meet who?
You should meet Jeremy.
Bit fast on his feet, you're Jeremy.
Anyone faster than Howard at escaping has my respect.
Is this another ancient practice from the dawn of time?
One of the oldest.
Open it, don't damage it.
You want safe in one piece or what's inside?
Well, I don't know which is worth more, do I? The safe or what's inside?
What a predicament. We can feel for you.
You want me to bash it or not?
Can you bash it gently?
You can have a gamble. Take a flyer.
I've been reckless enough, thank you, lending money to our Morris.
That was 50 years ago.
Oh, it feels like today.
What we need is a safe cracker. Somebody with fingers like sensitive antennae. A professional.
See Marina. She's got one.
That'll do fine just here.
You know we don't mind, Mr. Truelove, but there are people amongst us that would say we're not a taxi service.
Oh, that's just as well, because you're not getting a tip.
I just wish that you wouldn't wave them down in the street. I always feel like I'm being arrested.
No, that's extra.
What I will give you, though, is some information. There's a new tea leaf on your patch. Word is, international jewel thief.
Is he going to be able to get in?
He's not slow at pushing his way in.
I see him as someone with an air of quiet incompetence.
Looks lost to me.
Nobody's sounding very confident around here.
He opened Prince Rainier's.
His was easier. And I had my own tools and a little inside help.
Princess Grace.
Not really. We only met socially. Oh,
I only sold a washing machine.
Don't upset the man while he's lying.
Don't be awful. He knew 2 Romanian princesses.
Why is this muffin just walking round my safe instead of opening it?
Well, I'm still in the planning stage.
You see? How professional can you get?
Are you sure you can do safes?
Of course, it's been a while since I practiced.
It's been a while since you started walking round that safe.
No, one mustn't rush these things.
Well, do something, even if it's slow.
I'm sorry, I can't work without a stethoscope.
Posture. Am I standing effectively? Can't be that bad, I'm not falling down. Oh, stop it. Be serious, concentrate, shoulders back. Ask yourself, Barry, do you look like someone who knows what he's talking about? Absolutely not. No chance. Glenda?
Calm down. You're letting this thing wreck your nerves. Now, pull yourself together. What you need is an audience to practice on.
An audience?
It's when some people get together to watch and listen to somebody.
I know what an audience is.
I couldn't rely on that. You've forgotten everything else since you started with this thing. So it's your chance to practice on the ladies.
What ladies?
You supply the speech, I'll supply the ladies. Oh, they're coming in a few minutes for my coffee morning.
I wish certain parties could see him now.
I could tell you what the trouble is.
We can see what the trouble is.
It's rusty, and this stethoscope is left-handed, and entirely the wrong frequency.
He's rubbish. Maybe it's not jewel thief. Maybe it's international fuel thief. Maybe he nicks petrol from people's cars.
All I know is he nicks people's occasional friends.
Okay. Try some Yorkshire psychology.
Hello, the big hammer. Gentleman jewel thief's best friend. Never went anywhere without it. With his initials, of course, tastefully engraved.
Of course, it's not just brute force. The trick is to know exactly where to strike.
Hope this works. Lucky I had an anvil.
Feels really lucky.
No wonder you gave up this lark.
Wasn't like this. I was a powder man.
You had time to powder face?
Dynamite.
I bet you were with a powdered face.
Just the right pinch of jelly and kaboom!
Oh, will you stop grunting and straining? I can feel a hernia coming on.
Why are you in any danger?
Not mine, yours.
You know, I think the old lady's right. I believe I've twisted something.
Nothing unimportant, I hope.
International jewel thief.
Seen it. Cary Grant. Got the girl as well.
International safecracker.
Did that as well. Wore a dinner jacket. How often you see that up a drain pipe?
The only one I know around here who makes a career out of jewellery is the wife. 43 earrings. Wouldn't mind if you got 43 years.
I sometimes think mine's got 43 years.
Hold the rope tight. Don't let it slip.
I have it under control. It's wound around my wrist.
An amber? Is this the working method of a gentleman jewel thief?
Cary Grant never did it like this.
Right, steady. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
We'll be all right now. I'm back in my own field, you see. I wasn't known as Jeremy the Jelly for nothing.
You think he knows what he's doing?
No.
Thank you for sharing that. Where's Howard?
He's gone to ground. For once, without Marina.
And now, the fuse.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you for your time. Whew. Well, that's it. 7 minutes? I'll spread it out. Talk slower. Pause for emphasis. There's going to be more pause than emphasis. Oh, let's face it, Barry. This little talk is never going to go with a bang.
Look what you've done. Good Lord, is that the time already? I must dash. I've got an appointment with my social secretary.
Hey, what's that written on the bottom of it?
Combination of safe.
Read it out.
18,
7,
30.
30. Try it.
It's empty.
Hang on. What's this?
What's that?
I promise to pay Auntie Wainwright the following amount. Signed, Morris.
Oh, well, if ever he returns from the dead, she's laughing.
The thing is, when we took the car out this morning, we didn't notice it was damaged. There's a damn great dent in it.
How did it go then, the funeral?
Funeral?
Old Venables.
Oh, well, it went all right for me. I don't know how it went for him.
Oh, I think that explosion has made me deaf.
What?
I don't see why it's made you deaf. You weren't there.
Tell him he'll have to speak up.
I am speaking up. I fell for that one, didn't I?
It gets worse. It's your turn to get the drinks in.
You'll have to speak up.
Good try, Alvin.
Wart?
Yes, but he left her. Ran away with a policewoman.
On her chin. Nothing unsightly. She was quite attractive.
The wart was her best feature.
Did I say that? It's very difficult to have a serious conversation round here.
Yes, we've noticed that.
Are you sure he ran away with the policewoman? I mean, maybe he was being arrested.
You see what I mean? I think I'll just go to sleep.
Well, if there's any room, we'll probably join you.
I love that golden voice.
Oh, get up, woman. You don't have to kneel for me.
I want a word with you.
Right. Go ahead. Yeah, although I must warn you, I'm not ready for any personal commitments.
We all know what you're ready for. What was that row last night?
Row?
You came home singing.
That wasn't a row. That was a musical postcard from me to you.
I was just ready to empty a jug on you.
I looked up at your lonely bedroom window and I thought, guess who needs a little music in her life?
Who says it's lonely?
Very little through traffic.
And there's no parking either.
I saw the light on and I thought, now what can I do to brighten up her life?
Well, you could move.
No, I'm not moving in with you. You'll have to worship me at a distance.
A great distance would be nice.
Has he had a bad night?
Not yet. Unless he snaps out of it, he's going to have one tonight.
You know, Travis never looks on the bright side. You'd think it hurt his eyes.
He's been like it since yesterday. Regrets. Wished he had more colour in his life.
Did he say what colour?
He got brown. I made him stay in the kitchen door.
I wish I'd joined the paratroopers when it was first step.
What's this?
What's it look like?
I'm not buying you that for your birthday.
It's my birthday.
Aye, and the beginning to show.
Have you seen yourself lately?
You'd age anyone.
Come on here. Don't be arguing in front of people.
Oh, don't leave for me. I'd sooner listen than lose a customer.
Bring him back.
You wouldn't care to leave a small deposit first?
We'll be back.
Not to buy that thing, we won't.
Shut your face in front of people. If you're not blowing your own, you're blowing your mouth off.
What will you attract me to?
To where people can't hear.
They can hear you in Leeds.
I think I can say, without fear of contradiction, that this is probably the best nearly new fridge freezer in the universe. I had my own eye on this one.
No, I don't want to buy her stuff like that for her birthday. No. I want to buy her something more personal.
Suppose we put her initials on it.
We'll take it.
We won't take it! She wants something that'll give her a lot of pleasure. Now, let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Ah, I've got it! A new hi-fi!
I knew he'd come up with that, you lousy, tricky devil.
Did you hear that? Where's the gratitude? Can you not see what I'm up against?
Do you think I don't know your scheming mind?
What's wrong with hi-fi? I'm talking state-of-the-art here. Hours of listening pleasure.
For you, I don't want hi-fi. I want some useful domestic appliance.
We'll deliver. We can have it on your doorstep before you can say the first 15 chapters of the Bible.
She wants hi-fi.
I don't want hi-fi. I want a fridge freezer.
Domestic appliances are no good for birthdays.
Whose birthday is it?
Whose? Exactly. I'm glad you brought that up. Whose birthday? It'll soon be the King's. It'll soon be Elvis's. And this year, I was hoping to celebrate it with a bigger subwoofer.
You see? The conniving blob.
No. Hold it. Simmer down a bit. I can see a solution forming here. Why don't you buy a fridge freezer and I'll give you discount on a little radio to put on top of it.
I was hoping to buy something that would bring us closer.
When have we ever been close, you worm cake?
Not us, close to him.
He wants the hi-fi so he can play his Elvis collection.
Is it a felony to want the best for the King? Elvis lives!
I just wish he was living. With you. I'm at my place any day.
Don't either of you two have any regrets?
Not till you came in.
I'm serious.
Well, I think that's a fair description.
I wish I'd chosen a life with more colour. Spectacle, excitement, even danger.
You've got Pearl. How much danger do you want?
And for spectacle and excitement, there's always...
Enough. I knew you'd drag that young lady into it.
Look who's talking. If anybody does any dragging about of that young lady, it's you.
It wasn't how it looked. I told you. She got entangled in this bramble bush.
In, you'll notice. Not just happened to be passing.
And then he says he lacks excitement.
I'm trying to be serious. Nobody takes me seriously.
Which shows a certain amount of good judgment.
Where would you like to be taken seriously?
You should have more sympathy for a person in emotional distress.
That sounds serious. Maybe he is serious.
I am. I've left things too late. I should have gone for more in life. I should have aimed higher. Don't you ever wish you'd gone for more in life?
I was a lino salesman at the club. You mean there was more?
I'm not accepting it. I'm not touching it. I don't want it. It's not for me.
It'll grow on you.
You never did.
Let's not go personal. It's your birthday.
Exactly. So I should get to pick my present.
Not always. What about surprises?
The surprise is you've got the flaming nerve to pretend it's for me.
It's a gift. You can't throw a gift in a person's face.
If I can lift it, just watch me.
You're unbelievable, woman. What a personality. It's like living with a crocodile. I'm the envy of all my friends.
All? You've only got that twit from Halifax and he's a moron.
Quality hi-fi.
You can take it back.
Oh, in and out. That's interesting. You want to reconsider? Just right for birthday.
We'll take it.
We won't take it.
You two like this always, or just birthdays?
Always. I want a washing machine.
You come right place. Also do washing machines.
She wants hi-fi.
Cunning's solution would be buy hi-fi and washing machine.
No way. She makes her mind up.
It's made up. I want a washing machine.
She gets hi-fi.
I'll put my foot through it.
You hear it? She wears you out. She wears out your blue suede shoes.
Oh, he's off.
I tried to make a shrine for Elvis in the house. I tried to keep the flame going till Elvis returns.
Returns? No one-way ticket? He went return?
Elvis lives. People have seen him.
Pay no attention to him. He's severely retarded, and that's one of his better qualities.
Stop embarrassing me in front of people. You're only making a fool of yourself.
Who could embarrass you, you thick pudding?
Do you see what I have to live with?
It's my birthday. You're supposed to be buying for me.
Oh, not the time, not the time, not the time.
And you've been no help. Have you nothing to say?
Happy birthday.
Here you go. Good dog. Come here. Elvira. Here, girl. Come to Barry. There's a good dog. See what Barry's got. Don't be lost. If you're lost, I'm dead. Elvira! Elvira? It's not my dog. I'm looking after it for a favour.
Whatever happened to Bess? Pat? Well, Lassie?
She's a pedigree. I expect they thought they owed it to her.
Kids have weird names these days, too.
At least you don't lose them in the bushes.
With the row they make, could be very tempted.
Elvira. Pay attention, girl. This is your master's whisper.
Ethel, unlock this car! Ethel! Ethel, you're doing me head in! I'm warning you!
What's his problem?
I think she is.
Ethel! Will you open this door?
They can't decide what she wants for birthday.
At least he knows what he wants. He wants to get in the car.
Open the door!
He wants hi-fi. She wants domestic appliance.
Oh, he's had it. Look at the face on her. To me, that says domestic appliance.
Count up to 5.
Stop bragging. You'll never get past 4.
Now look what you've done. Can you fix this?
Would that be instead of or as well as hi-fi?
As well as. She gets hi-fi.
I like man who knows his mind.
Oh, I haven't got a mind anymore. I've got Ethel.
How long have you had Ethel?
She's not that bad. She's good round the house. Frightens burglars.
She frightened me.
She frightens me. But it's like living life on the edge. You know, but I love it. The cut and the thrust. You know, it makes you feel alive, you know what I mean? She's a bit heavy on ties.
And door handles.
Oh no, that's something new. Look at her. That's malice for you. You'd go a long way to find a temper like this, you know. Classic old bat. She makes me proud. Because she's mine. There's not many could handle as much woman as that, you know.
Or maybe even want to.
She's a star. She reminds me of Elvis.
I don't see why.
You have to be there. You know, it's the energy she puts into her performance.
Are you going to stand there gobbing all day?
You see, she gives it 100%. Shut your yap. I'm coming.
My boss's dog. What kind of fool loses his boss's dog?
How did you manage to lose the dog?
That was the easy bit. Finding is the tricky part.
You took her off the lead?
They said, take her off the lead. She likes a run, they said. And boy, does she. She went like a rocket.
Did you call her?
Just about every name under the sun, except... Have you tried shouting Elvira? The dog takes no notice, but people come running to look at you.
Boss's dog. It could have been worse.
How?
You could be Japanese. I bet if they lost the boss's dog, they'd have to commit suicide.
What a good idea. Why didn't I think of that?
You'll have to find her. Why aren't you still out there looking for her?
I'm going to get the car and cover more ground. You can come and shout for me, because I'm not shouting Elvira anymore.
Well, we all know what I need for my birthday. It's a new handle for the car door.
Shut up. You pulled it off.
And whose fault was that?
Yours, you dozy closet. Nobody asked you to pull the damned handle off.
She does this to me, you know. She drives me spare.
And what do you think it does to me? Living with a muffin who thinks Elvis is still alive.
You've not seen him?
People like you.
You think Elvis still alive? That's good.
Good.
If he believes that, I should be able to sell him washing machine.
There are witnesses. Elvis has been seen.
It's time you were seen by somebody.
Can we fill in a few details here? Who's seen him?
Was in this magazine. Elvis. He's been sighted all over.
Oh, not only still alive, still touring.
Here you go. Elvira! Elvira!
Elvira! Elvira!
She can't hear that.
I'm not shouting her name any louder. Oh!
What?
I found some traces of a dog.
Ugh. I don't think your boss is going to settle for that.
At least it's a sign.
You don't know it's her.
She's not going to leave her signature. Elvira! Elvira!
Louder! There's nobody out here.
That's what you think. Every time I shout Elvira, somebody pops out of a bush.
Then shorten it. Elvi. Elvi. Here you go. Elvi.
Elvi. Elvi. Elvi.
Here you go. Elvi. Elvi.
Elvi.
Elvi, Elvi, Elvi.
What?
Listen.
Elvi.
Somebody calling.
Yes. That's definitely somebody calling.
He knows somebody calling when he hears it.
So somebody's calling.
But listen to who they're calling. They're calling Elvis.
Give me the keys. You're not driving in that condition.
Oh, listen, woman. I know it's something you don't do best, but will you please just listen?
Why would they be calling Elvis?
Because he's been seen. Come here.
Yeah. I like this person. You can go for years without finding one of these.
Seems like a good idea.
No. The man needs help.
You get no argument from me.
Come on, here's your chance to do something for poor Lance.
I think Ethel already doing something.
The man wants to see Elvis. Maybe we should help him see Elvis.
That could be called wicked.
Yes, I like it too.
Whatever happened to finding elegance in men?
Whatever happened to finding men?
The way they look these days. I mean, how can you write a romantic novel with somebody dressed like that?
Oh,
Marina. Care to comment?
Pass.
Would either of you ladies be going my way?
No.
No?
You're not dressed for escorting ladies.
I don't see why.
I can understand dressing for comfort, but sometimes one yearns for a little glamour.
I don't know one should be going about yearning for glamour.
A gentleman's legs have no place in the street. The naked male should be kept strictly indoors.
Not that either of us is actually keeping one, you understand.
Well, of course I've got an Elvis outfit. What kind of costume hire department doesn't have an Elvis outfit?
Good. Excellent. All we need now is a volunteer to wear it.
You supply the volunteer, I'll supply the outfit.
Not job for just anybody.
Oh, that's true. You'll want someone with a natural flair for looking ridiculous.
Come in, Howard. Don't loiter in the doorway.
Yes, come on in, lad. Take the weight off your wallet.
Who does he remind you of?
I was just thinking the same. He could be his double.
Who's double?
Voice too. Uncanny. Swear it was him.
I can see him now, alive in concert. You're looking troubled, Howard.
I've just been told I'm lacking in glamour.
We have a solution.
Fate must have brought him here.
How do you want yours?
Why do you ask? You only do burned.
Want it medium or well burned?
Look out. Car coming.
Not stopping, is he? He is. He's stopping.
It's a uniform. They think we know what else better to do than fuss around the public.
Have you seen him? He's been sighted. People have seen him.
That's not much of a description.
Give us a clue. The King! Elvis! He's been sighted. People have seen him.
Has he been drinking?
No, he can get stupid on stone cold sober.
People have seen him.
And where have they seen him?
Well, it sounded as though he was in some trees somewhere.
Does that a lot, does he?
Now, don't you be taking the wee-wee. I just asked you a simple question.
Have we seen this dead person?
You're supposed to be helpful.
Very good, sir. If we see this dead person, where would we contact you?
Well, I'll be round here somewhere looking for Elvis.
He's looking for Elvis. I'm just looking embarrassed.
She heard him. She heard his name shouted just like I did. Somebody had just seen him.
Pay no attention to him. We think he's had his head trapped.
Are you married?
Thirdly, but thank you for the offer.
None of you'll be laughing when I find Elvis.
With all the changes that happen these days, it's kind of reassuring to find insanity alive and well.
You can get reassured quite often round here.
What do you think about Canada?
Am I supposed to be thinking about Canada?
I think you ought to start since we're going to be moving there.
We keep looking till we find her.
Suppose something's happened to her.
What's going to happen to her out here?
Maybe an eagle?
Have you ever seen an eagle out here? She'll be chasing rabbits.
Suppose they've ganged up on her.
This band of vicious rabbits.
She could have had a heart attack.
She could have been abducted by aliens who are studying our flora and fauna, but I don't think it's all that likely.
Wonder what the fare is to Canada.
Think positively. Keep calling her. Elvis! Elvis!
Elvis!
Elvis!
Elvis!
Elvis!
Elvis!
Elvis!
you believe me? You've been laughing at me all these years.
For more than Elvis. You've always been laughable, Elvis or not.
You just won't admit that you're wrong, will you?
Listen who's talking. You told our Eric's kid that Venice was in France.
Just testing. Listen, it's there again. He's here somewhere.
I wasn't intending quite so glamorous.
Go for it.
You're looking good. Does he look great?
Looks great.
Little more conviction.
Looks really great.
Everybody notices.
You think so?
Yeah, trust me. You've even got the walk. How have you got the walk?
With both legs. I'm impressed.
You don't have to. I'll come with you. It's the least I can do. Now he's made all that effort.
You pass one comment about a person's shorts, and look how they overreact.
It's no good. She's gone. I'll have to leave the country.
Is this where you last saw her?
Round here somewhere. Elvie! Elvie!
Elvie! Elvie!
Come on, Elvie. Give us a break. Show yourself, Elvie.
Come out, Elvie! We know you're there!
Elvie!
I'm not really Elvis, but just an amazing lookalike.
He almost convinced me.
Don't you pick on him! He might be a muffin, but he's not muffin!
I find it best not to interfere. How clever is that? Oh, she found me. She likes me. I knew she'd find me. Hey. Oh,
Elvira.
well done, Elvira.
I'll have fish, chips and peas. And he wants...
Just fish. My place in half an hour. Don't be late.
Just watch where you're peddling. I don't want any more with skid marks.
I blew the dust off every chip. Be there. Get them while they're hot.
Funny thing, I saw Howard this morning. He was dressed just like Elvis.
Did you get his autograph? Didn't he move to London?
Could one ask why?
He had some pathetic excuse like it was his job.
Well, some people have no shame.
I used to work in London.
But you came back. That counts as an apology.
Does he like shopping? What have you brought him for?
You daren't leave him at home.
Stand there and don't move. Look at the face on it. It's going to be a pleasure carting him about.
Togetherness, isn't it, love? Let me put me bag in it, all right. Well, I don't know.
Shopping, Howard? It's compulsory.
How do you manage to get wet through at your age when the weather's fine?
Some fool was splashing about in water, and it turned out to be me.
But you weren't the only fool. There's no shortage.
No, I had some company.
You get dafter.
You should give daft a try. It's therapeutic.
Not when you're living next door to it.
You should come with me sometime. Let me teach you to splash about in water.
Ooh, sounds like fun.
You might be surprised. I'm irresistible when wet.
Like something on a fishmonger's slab.
And I come without any of those nasty little bones.
Who is she? I've no idea. He got a shock when he saw her come in.
Oh, she wasn't expected then?
No. He went quite white.
I always suspected he had reasons for going quite white.
Don't they all?
I'd no idea you were free. They said you were married again.
He died.
That must have been sudden.
It was like that. Impulsive. What are you doing with yourself these days?
Nothing of that nature.
Why shouldn't I ask?
No, ask what you like. I've nothing to hide.
Doesn't sound like you. No lady on the scene.
No, I've given them up.
Maybe you've been saving yourself for someone who used to be special.
I finished being stupid with women. I'm enjoying now just being stupid.
You've not been in the right hands lately. That's your trouble.
Well, it's nice seeing you again, Eva.
It gets nicer.
Is it me or is it getting warm in here? Must be off then.
Just remember, Eva's back in town.
Every day seems the same. The world's lost its colour.
Oh, what colour was it?
I'm serious. I'm exposing my soul here.
I wish you wouldn't, Howard. I'm more for skimming the surface. Try being trivial. I'm good at trivial.
Oh, let him get it off his chest.
I suppose what I'm saying is, where's all the magic gone?
Oh, it beats me. It certainly skipped past me.
Everything seems so pointless, unexciting, grey.
Oh, but I like grey. I won't hear a word against grey.
What happened to mystery, wonderment? Everything seems so dull.
Oh, that's another thing. I'm very comfy with dull.
Well, I'm not.
Oh, you little demon, you. Always in search of something new.
Well, that's how I used to be. Always in there, up for it. Then I woke up on Tuesday morning and looked at the same old wallpaper.
You didn't look at Pearl?
No, she was up. This terrible, clear vision of every day being just the same.
Oh, but that's another thing I'm fond of.
He's impossible. He likes nothing happening.
Well, that's what the world needs most.
Not me. I need some variety.
Or change your wallpaper.
I knew you'd find it funny.
Yeah, he wants some excitement. We must find him some excitement.
Are you going to answer that?
Could be business.
Well, answer it anyway. It's scaring the fish.
We got fish?
No. But now we've got an excuse for why we've not got fish.
Sorry, closed for business owing to bereavement. It's for you, it's truly.
You told him we're busy.
You tell him. He never believes me.
You've caught us at a bad time. I'm teaching Entwistle to slide smoothly into semi-retirement. How's he doing? He's doing pretty nicely, actually.
Could be I'm a natural.
Yeah, we can call in at Cleggie's. As soon as we have a spare minute, get the kettle on.
What about fish?
They've been ignoring us. It's time we ignored them.
Yes. Thank you. We'll look forward to that. Goodbye.
Who was that?
Your cousin Frida.
I knew it. I could tell by your voice. It's the one you keep for Frida.
I find it very hard to behave naturally with your Frida.
I think her husband feels the same.
She's always got to be so much better than other folk.
It's not tea again.
It is. It's tea again. This Sunday. Nothing special. Which means she'll have the best china out. Take your sunglasses. You could go blind with all that polish.
Did you tell her I've got a bad leg?
You haven't got a bad leg.
I'll get a bad leg.
It's no use. She'd expect me to wheel you there. She must have bought something new she wants to make me jealous with.
Couldn't we just go and not stay for tea?
It's compulsory. It's not just a meal, it's a ceremony. We're there to show respect for a table with no sauce bottle on it.
Take your big handbag.
Why?
So I can slip me salad into it.
You're not putting salad in my handbag.
It won't leave a mark. It's always bone dry.
You'll spill on her cloth. Imported, hand-embroidered, Egyptian cotton.
No, that's the salad.
Howard is under the impression he needs more excitement in his life.
More than Marina?
Apparently.
That's a lot of excitement for somebody his size.
He's fed up with the same wallpaper.
Yes, that can do it.
I think we should help him.
Wallpaper? Not me. I'm semi-retired.
He'll be good at it too.
But I'm not suggesting anything so destructive of the human spirit as wallpapering. What Howard needs is a little mystery in his life. And since there are few things more mysterious than the female...
I'll drink to that.
I think Howard needs an encounter with a mysterious female.
I thought he got one.
2, even.
I thought everybody had one.
The days are all the same, he said. He clearly needs something new. I think we should help.
With a mystery female?
Why not?
It can be arranged.
You just happen to have one on you.
Funny you should say that. Put that underwear away.
I don't wear it anymore. It's just bait. Who's the mysterious stranger?
Electric egg whistle.
Really? How electric is he?
Used to be dangerous. Now more economy 7.
There's a lot of it about. Come inside, we might as well scandalise the neighbours.
How are you getting on with the neighbours?
All right with the men.
Is it safe to go inside?
He really is economy 7.
Why is it they don't like shopping?
They do like shopping. They spend hours reading Exchange and Mart.
Tell me about it.
I mean, they'll go miles for a gasket for a 1938 Buick. It's just basic shopping they don't like.
Travis hates going into a shop on his own. And if you apply the necessary pressure, he gets it wrong.
I was just the same. I was bad enough in the old days. Now they brought in metric, he keeps claiming that he's no good at foreign languages.
You can give Travis a list with detailed instructions and he'll still come back with something that looks like a lucky dip.
If you've started doing yourself up for me, it's too late. I've lost all expectation of any improvement in my life.
I think that's very wise.
Just having her nails done.
If she thinks it's going to rekindle any flame, tell her it's gone out.
Don't think we haven't noticed.
Round here, you could rub any two men together and you'd never raise a spark.
I'm not saying she shouldn't keep herself tidy. All I'm saying is, don't expect anything wildly emotional from me.
Oh, and there was me thinking second honeymoon. Do you think we could recapture that peak of excitement?
I don't remember much excitement.
You lost your cat.
I remember our honeymoon. We walked miles. Travis fell in love with the scenery. I think he was just scared about being alone with me in a room. Either that or he was still sulking because I wouldn't let him bring his mother.
Is Howard still here?
He's gone home.
Good, done. It's all arranged.
Already?
I'm known as Elvin, the already.
I've heard you called other names.
There's always envy. People resent perfection.
Stop being modest and tell us what you've done.
You wanted a mystery woman.
You found a mystery woman?
As requested.
Really?
Yes, really. You think I'm electric? You should meet Eva.
She'll do it. She's a good lass, is Eva.
Good, not first thing springs to mind.
Game for the giggle. She'll wake Howard up.
Well done that, Alvin. How long have you had an Eva up your sleeve?
Don't ask, he won't tell. He says they were childhood friends.
I see, they were in the Girl Guides together.
Eva's just back in town.
Leave the man his secrets. He's come up with the right equipment. Now, how best to use it on Howard?
What?
What?
Well, this is nice.
It's not often I get to come out to play so early in the day.
She does know that it's not us that she's going to be playing with.
Yeah, she knows.
He's a bit gun-shy.
He had a nasty experience once.
Only once. He's well overdue for another.
Did I switch the oven off? Sit down. She won't bite.
There was a time you weren't too sure about that. Right. This friend of yours. What exactly am I supposed to do with him?
Make her promise to be gentle, Bridget.
She's not going to hurt him.
Alvin will tell you, I'm basically motherly.
Not like mine.
On the inside, I'm motherly. He'll tell you, I'm a softie.
He'll not tell us anything.
Can we get on with present business?
You haven't told them anything.
Maybe you did leave the oven on.
Now, here's the plan. Howard had a drop too much last birthday. I doubt if he remembers anything that happened.
What happened?
This young lady happened.
Young lady? He can come again.
Eva happened.
We'll tell him she was there. They had a big night. He'll not know any different.
You think people forget Eva?
You can come again as well.
It's up to Eva to be persuasive.
Persuasive, I can do. Right, let's get comfy while we discuss this. Avert your eyes, boys. I'm about to adjust the cleavage, and it sometimes has an unintended knock-on effect.
Here he comes!
Oh, hello, Howard. We were just not talking about you.
You just put something through my door.
Door?
Put something?
This just came.
Postmen sometimes do things like that.
There's no stamp. It's been hand-delivered.
Well, it sounds important.
I don't understand it. All it says is, Eva's back in town.
How long have you had an Eva? You kept this one quiet.
I don't know any Eva.
You can tell us, Howard.
That's what friends are for.
But I don't know the woman.
Must be a case of mistaken letterbox.
That's him at the end.
Him? Are you sure he's ready for this?
He's gamer than he looks.
If he dies on me, it's your responsibility.
Where he always wanted to go.
We'll have to get back. We'll give you the signal. Here, this will loosen your tongue.
You'll feel better when you've told us all about it.
Maybe that's why you've been so depressed, trying to cope all by yourself with this guilty secret.
I've no guilty secrets. Not called Eva, anyway.
Tell us some others. Maybe Eva will come back to you.
Maybe that's why she's back in town. Eva's come back to you.
Oh, I think that's nice, don't you?
It's not nice. It's not true. I could swear on a stack of Gardener's Weeklies. I've never known an Eva. Howard! Oh!
You'll have to excuse me. I haven't seen him since our night of madness.
I don't know what she's talking about.
Now,
That'll have to keep me till tomorrow. I'm on your doorstep early with all my belongings as we arranged.
My doorstep?
Our doorstep. Did you have much trouble getting rid of your wife? Now don't be redecorating. I'll pick the wallpaper. Well, aren't you going to buy a girl a drink then?
I think she's earned it.
You think I should dress more strikingly?
Well, I think there comes a time of life when a girl has to make more effort.
Well, yes, but how can you be more striking than you already are?
We're not talking about me being more striking. I'm already there. We're talking about you. Is that Howard?
I'm not sure about short skirts. I've always rather relied on the quality of my mind.
Wrong! They don't care how many A-levels you've got.
Has it done all that much for you?
Can it be you've never noticed the effect I have on Howard?
I've never seen her. I would have
No, he has a point. I mean, let's be fair. How could he not remember a night of madness?
I think it's psychological.
Yes, that's it. He's suppressing it because he daren't remember.
It's a guilt thing. You hear about these cases.
That's rubbish.
There's really no problem. She'll refresh his memory when she turns up on his doorstep in the morning.
I'll have to leave the area.
Oh, the country, I should think.
Why would I forget something like that?
Maybe he was drunk.
When have I ever been drunk?
Come on, somebody, think. When has Howard been drunk?
Never.
Does that never include birthdays?
That's it. You went a bit wild on your last birthday.
I wouldn't say wild.
You couldn't remember much the next morning. You told me that.
But there was only us. There was no Eva.
Not while we were there.
Where did I go, alone?
Apparently not alone.
Didn't you right leaving me if I were drunk?
Well, you probably sneaked away from us. You're always sneaking away.
Not anymore. I'm finished.
Well, let's look on the bright side. It's not as if it's fatal. It's just a strange woman turning up on your doorstep with her suitcase.
Oh!
After all, it was your birthday.
Why would I forget something like that?
People are always forgetting birthdays.
This tastes foul.
What?
Grass.
Barry? Why are you eating grass?
I'm in training for Frida's salad.
To us.
He was quite white when he left.
He looked determined to me, as if he'd made up his mind about something.
He'll have to be determined if he wants to shift Pearl out before morning.
Night to remember.
It's Eva.
What does she want?
Whatever it is, we haven't got it.
Is she carrying a suitcase?
Answer door, Alvin. You found her.
I wouldn't say found. More like falling under the wheels of.
What's she doing here, you're all wondering?
Can I just say that I'm excused female company on account of an old wartime injury?
Max. Good heavens. I come in peace.
You'll have to excuse Cleggy. He was once bitten by a mature woman.
He was only offering it a biscuit. Take a seat, Eva.
No thanks, love. I'm not stopping. Sighs of relief all round. And are you still nervous?
We invented nervousness.
Relax. I'm not hunting, I'm rescuing. Your friend Howard. You've pulled his leg enough. How does she know this, you're all wondering? I've just seen him with a suitcase heading for the hills with all his trappings.
For the sound of it, we're the only ones who are.
You've not checked. How do you know he's not upstairs?
Instinct. Believe me, it's had plenty of practice. Hey up. Something came up. I'll send for you when I get settled. I'll try Norman Clegg. He'll know if anyone does. Get in.
I can't. There's something coming in the morning and it's not the post.
Get in. They've been pulling your leg. The nearest you've been to a night of madness was when you spilt that cocoa down your pyjamas.
Where is it then, this wartime injury you told Eva you'd suffered?
Did I say that? Isn't it funny how you tend to lie under stress?
Don't you seem rather good-natured? But don't listen to me. I once thought the same about the former Mrs. Truelove.
You've got to admire that, Howard. Setting off for the unknown. But he took his tennis racket.
I bet he's glad to be back with that same old wallpaper.